kg di antara petinju-petinju dari Canada dan Scotland. Next bout in the weight category 57 kilograms between the boxers from Canada and Scotland. Referees and judges. Referee Mr. Follett from Seychelles. Judge 1 Mr. Mir Samad from Pakistan. Judge 2 Mr. Makula from Zimbabwe. Judge 3 Mr. Ramli Hamad from Malaysia. Judge 4 Mr. Mutoga from Kenya. And Judge 5 Mr. Rose from Australia. Introducing the boxers. In the red corner, Marty O'Donnell representing Canada. In the blue corner, Alex Arthur representing Scotland. Red, O'Donnell, blue, Arthur. Round 1.
Box! The blue of Scotland is the Scots team captain, Alex Arthur, and his opponent in this 9-stone final, 126 pounds, the 57 kilogram division, is the man who came out of retirement, Marty O'Donnell from Canada. So it's Canada in red and Alex Arthur of Scotland in blue. And Arthur really has had a very, very good sequence to get here. He's had to box no fewer than 4 times, as opposed to 3 by his opponent. And he's slightly the taller of the two, Arthur. But he's given away a lot of punching power to this sturdy Canadian southpaw. And Arthur has to get in and out and score and be away. And he's done that all the way through. O'Donnell swings rather wildly at times. And that's not the first time he's been spoken to for illegal punching. Midway through the first round, and Arthur that precious point up, so opening score to the Scots captain. And he's boxing very nicely indeed, and he's picked up 2 points. This will be a terrific performance by a man who, well, fancied himself for Commonwealth Games gold all the way through. He certainly hasn't lacked confidence. He's got himself caught with a right hand to the chin from Marty O'Donnell, now 25 years old. He boxed in the Barcelona Olympics and then came out of retirement to go for Commonwealth gold. So 2 apiece, even Stephen, with 30 seconds to go to the end of the first round. And what Arthur doesn't want to do is stand toe-to-toe, although, to be quite honest, he quite fancied the job against everybody so far, but his best work has been done when he's got in and out and away again. 15 seconds to go. Canada 2, Scotland 2, Marty O'Donnell 2, Alex Arthur 2. And the man from Edinburgh, boxes for the Leith Victoria Club, has had a useful enough opening round, and well, it's honours even. Flurry at the end. Did Arthur pick up a point? I think not. Terrific support here for the Scots in Kuala Lumpur. Tom Brown at ringside as ever. Has watched his boxers gradually disappear. 3-2 to the semis, 1-3 to the final. The Canadians came with a full-strength team. They've got no fewer than 6 boxers through to finals, and this is the first of them. Marty O'Donnell. Southpaw style, moved very nicely indeed, and just drew Arthur in and clipped him with the right hand. Same shot, different angle, same result.
Second round 2.
underway in the second round by just a matter of 10 or 12 seconds, and it's honours even. And the Scots captain, all in blue, entered to the skirl of the pipes, Alex Arthur from Edinburgh, from the Leith Victoria Club, where he's coached by Joe Fortune. And it's 2 for him and 2 for the man who boxed for Canada in the 1992 Barcelona Olympic Games, Marty O'Donnell. Came out of retirement just to come here, and the Canadians, I think, are very pleased that he did. He's from Lower Sackville, Nova Scotia. He's a grocery store employee, and his own club coach, Wayne Gordon, is one of the Canadian national coaches, so he's got his man right close to him. But it's Arthur who's boxed very competently indeed, and with a great deal of hardness and guts, as you'd expect. Is 4-2 up, and this is a pretty crucial stage. Arthur doesn't mind mixing it at all, but his great strength is his footwork and his ability to move from side to side and keep out of trouble and pick his man off. Arthur's had to box 4 times to get to this final, against boxers from Kenya, Antigua, Uganda, and in the semi-final had a real hard battle, and it was, well, a battle, if not indeed a war, with the Australian James Swan. And Arthur perhaps a little bit fortunate to have picked up 4 extra points in the first round, because the referee from the Seychelles, Mr. Follett, who's the man in the middle of this particular contest, gave the Australian 2 public warnings, and 4 points were added on to the total of Arthur. But in the end, he won it by 6 clear points, so despite the protests of the Australians, Arthur was the better man all the way through. And at the moment, he's just slightly the better man against Marty O'Donnell, now 25 years old. He boxed in Barcelona as a teenager. Good round that for Arthur, and he needs to be just ahead of this man Marty O'Donnell at this stage of the contest. Well, terrific support for the Canadians in particular. They came here with a full team of 12 boxers, and they've got 6 through to finals, and this is the first of them. Maybe not the greatest stylist in the world, and his defense may not be as good as some of the other Canadians. Michael Strange in particular has been outstanding in that particular respect. But Arthur always looking for an opening, and he set his man up beautifully with the left and followed through with the right. And O'Donnell just let the hands drift, and the Scot got right through, right on the button. Well, great to see plenty of support here for Scotland. Tom Brown in the corner has been very well composed all the way through, and Alex Arthur certainly has been the most composed of all the Scots boxers. It's been a long time since Scotland won a featherweight gold in the Commonwealth Games. You've got to go back to 1962 when the great John McDermott did it, and before that Henry Gilliland in 1950. So a huge gap, well, one hopes will be bridged by Alex Arthur, second of the home country's representatives in action. 4 more Englishmen to come, remember. Nice little exchange, yielded a point apiece, but Arthur still clinging on to that 2-point lead as we come to the midway point in this third round, and therefore the midway point in the contest. O'Donnell, I think, has been told to step up the work rate, and that will suit Arthur fine, because he likes nothing more than men coming to him so he can pick them off. And that looked like the open part of the glove from O'Donnell, but it was counted by the 5 judges at ringside from Pakistan, Zimbabwe, Malaysia, Kenya and Australia, and the referee, Mr. Follett, from the Seychelles. So it couldn't be closer. 5-4 in favour of Arthur, who conceded the opening point, but apart from that, he's never been behind. Doesn't seem to be bothered by the southpaw style of O'Donnell. And Arthur's defence has been pretty good throughout. He conceded 8 points in his first contest, only a couple in the second, 11 in the quarter-final and 10 in the semis, which is very little in terms of amateur boxing, but he's conceded quite a few in this round, and he's now found himself behind again, and by 2 points, so the Canadian instruction to O'Donnell to step the pace up seems to have worked. Both corners being a little bit noisy. Arthur needs to close that 2-point gap by the end of this round. He got in with a good right hand, which didn't count. O'Donnell immensely strong. That was a good shot. by Arthur. Just a single point between them now, and he'll not be too bothered about that. Just lost his concentration, the Scotsman, in the middle of that round, and the Canadian Maple Leaf starting to be flown with a fair degree of hope and optimism. That's what Arthur needs to do, get in and out very quickly. That's what he does best. And when he gets drawn in and is made to miss, he got himself caught twice there and had to cover up pretty smartish.
4 minutes. 1 up.
Senior Canadian coach Gordon Apollini leaning through the ropes.
Come on, push him out.
Wayne Gordon,
1 2 straight. 1 2 1
who's
2.
the club coach of Marty O'Donnell, right in front of him.
Too much, yeah. 2 more
Try
reps.
the body then up to his head, because his head's moving, he's wiggling out everything, right? Bang his body and up to the head.
Well into the second half of this featherweight final. 57 kilogram the division, 9 stones exactly, 126 pounds. Casey Patton won it for Canada 4 years ago. John Irwin for England in 1990. And Scotland skipper Alex Arthur, having pulled it back to 7 apiece, has conceded a point, and he wants to just step it up and start to try to pick this man off. O'Donnell, like a lot of the Canadians, very strong and essentially very good defensively. So 8 apiece. Now come on, Alex, because Scotland really needs this one. That's better stuff from him, getting out of the way. And he's just eased ahead, that left hand just making the proper contact. Remember, 5 judges at ringside, and they press either red or blue button if they decide that the boxer has made sufficient contact on the target area with the knuckle part of the glove, and that's the one that's picked out in white. And this has been a good turnaround by Arthur. He was points adrift, and he's now 3 points ahead, so the old Alex Arthur style is now starting to come in. He's picking his man off. There's Arthur coming forward, countered very nicely with a short right hand. Didn't quite score, but that's good work for Arthur now. He's not letting O'Donnell settle. And there was no command of break, so they actually decided themselves to break, and Arthur came straight back in, and he's now 4 points to the good with half a minute to go to the end of this round, and he needs to keep that gap. A 4-point cushion going into the last 2 minutes would be just what the Scot would want. He got himself caught. It's only 3 points. He needs another. Referee nicely and quietly telling the Scots corner to be quiet. Keep the hands up now, Arthur. Once again, no command of break. And this has been a great round for Arthur. He's turned it right round completely. 4 points to the good going into the last 2 minutes. Well, I wonder, do they sense that this could be Scotland's...
Yeah, near decked him with that bloody shot, mate. I mean, near decked the cunt, never seen his face.
Well, Tom Brown saying, how much do you want it? And Alex Arthur saying in reply, I want it so much, and my goodness, he does want it so much. Well, as ever, the Canadian corner, all calmness. But I'm sure underneath, they must know that their man who got caught with a great right hand to the body is points behind. One good shot went in there from O'Donnell, but Arthur in the main has covered up pretty well. So he's going to have to take this contest to the Scots boxing team captain in the far corner, Alex Arthur, in the last couple of minutes. And what a last couple of minutes we're going to be, because the Canadian will come out, I'm sure, blazing away to try to win this from behind. Canada 9, Marty O'Donnell 9, Scotland 13, Alex Arthur 13. 4 points up. And a couple of quickies may just settle this if Arthur can get them in. O'Donnell has to come forward. Arthur can't afford to concede too much, but I don't think he's going to. I do have a good feeling about this, and I hope those feelings are, well, not unfounded. 14-9 now in favour of Arthur. 5 points. Less than a minute and a half. Bit of wildness in the work of O'Donnell, but he's got it back to 4, and he can punch very hard, remember. Good short right hand from Arthur, but it was O'Donnell who got in the first, and there's only 3 points. So the gap closing. O'Donnell coming forward. The Scot ahead again. Good right hand went in there by Arthur. Lovely right hand, terrific stuff. 5 points to the good into the last minute. Surely, Alex Arthur, you're not going to throw this one away. Now, come on. Well, I can hear wee Tom Brown in the corner urging his man on. I don't think the referee cares too much about the noise at this stage. Great footwork by the Scot. This is what he's done all the way through. He's gone into the last minute or so ahead, and then he stayed out of trouble, and that's all he's got to do. Scotland just 30 seconds away from a gold medal at featherweight. It'll be their third gold medal. Henry Gilliam did it in 1950. John McDermott did it in 1962. And Alex Arthur is going to do it here in Kuala Lumpur in 1998. Well, all the way through in the corner, Tom Brown has been telling, to use that great West of Scotland expression, his man Alex Arthur, that you're the wee man. And he is the wee man. He is the wee man at featherweight. He's the best featherweight in the Commonwealth. And Alex Arthur, the Scots captain, is going to lead by example. And Alex Arthur is only 5 seconds away from winning Commonwealth gold at featherweight, and he's deserved it. He's been the master all the way through. No complaints from the Canadians. And as ever, gentleman that he is, Alex Arthur goes over to the opponent's corner, the vanquished opponent's corner, gets a hug from the senior Canadian coach, says, thank you very much, referee. And we'll go back and say thank you very, very much, I'm sure, to wee Tommy Brown, who's absolutely thrilled. Well, the Canadians applaud, and what a moment for Scottish featherweight boxing, because Alex Arthur, the only Scotsman to get to the finals, has won the gold for Scotland, the third featherweight gold, and he's bridged a gap of some 36 years by a remarkable performance. The second half of that contest, well, he was the wee man. Well, just to confirm, Scotland's gold at featherweight.
Ladies and gentlemen, winning on points, the winner, blue, Arthur Alex.
Thank you very, very, very much. Down to his knees in supplication, up again, thanks to a gallant opponent, and a splendid moment and a lovely smile from the Scots gold medalist in the featherweight division, Alex Arthur, and the saltire being waved in triumph. That's how it's done.
Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan hadirin sekalian, sebentar lagi kita akan menyaksikan upacara penyampaian hadiah dalam acara berat badan 57 kg. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to witness the medal presentation for the weight category 57 kg.
Well, a splendid moment it's been for Scotland, a remarkable day for Scotland. Just before the final of the 57 kilogram division, it was announced that the long-serving Scottish official, Mr. Frank Henry, has been elected as an honorary life vice president of the ABA of the Commonwealth. He's the chairman of the jury of appeal here in Kuala Lumpur. It's going to be a terrific moment for the man from Scotland, who has actually yet to appear. I think Alex Arthur is off being perhaps interviewed, but he hasn't appeared yet, beside the bronze medalist and the silver medalist. And here he comes in a little bit in the late side. Well, the fortunate thing was he wasn't late when it came to winning this gold, despite what's happened here at the medal ceremony.
Upacara ini dengan segala hormat dipersilakan Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Utama Tan Sri Haji Muhammad Isa bin Datuk Haji Abdul Samad, Presiden Persekutuan Tinju Amatur Malaysia, untuk mengalungkan pingat kepada pemenang-pemenang, dan juga dijemput Mr. Ong Boon Leng, Managing Director of Electron Sdn Bhd. We cordially invite the Right Honourable Datuk Sri Utama Tan Sri Haji Muhammad Isa bin Datuk Haji Abdul Samad, President Malaysia Amateur Boxing Federation, to give away the medals, and Mr. Ong Boon Keng, Managing Director Electron Sdn Bhd, to give away the souvenirs. Pingat emas dimenangi oleh Alex Arthur dari Scotland.
Draped in the
Gold
saltire,
medals won by
Alex
from
Arthur
Scotland.
does what Paul Shepherd did at flyweight 4 years ago in Victoria and wins boxing gold for Scotland. A remarkable day. Scotland's long-serving official Frank Henry has been elected, has just been announced as an honorary life vice president of the ABA of the Commonwealth. He's chairman of the jury of appeal.
Dimenangi oleh Marty
Alex Arthur's final
dari
didn't have to
Canada.
go to the jury, and there was no
Silver
appeals
medal
about it from
by
anybody.
Marty O'Neill from Canada.
And the man from Canada, Marty O'Donnell, who came out of retirement to go for gold here, didn't quite achieve that ambition, but he's got silver and knows that he was outboxed by a very canny Scot indeed.
Manakala pingat gangsa